Hello everybody, my name is Colin from ClassyRodents. You might know me, but I started this new account called ClassyRodents just because I have so much to talk about in my rodent room. That's where I'm going to do most of my videos on this channel. So here it is. I'll go outside, give you guys a better view. The whole thing. It's 8 foot long by 8 foot long by 8 foot long, so it's a square. 8 foot of styrofoam, so it's insulated, and it has a nice wooden frame, so it's somewhat sturdy. This is where my videos are going to be. I have a lot more rats than I do mice. Here's just a little glimpse of what's going to be coming. I have a lot, and I also have plenty of mice, so you guys need to stay tuned, and that is just a little intro I had for my video, so we're going to get on with what I really wanted to talk about today. Alright, so what I wanted to talk about was what is the difference between a rat and a mouse? Well, obviously, the number one thing most people are going to say is the size. Okay, but there are plenty more differences. Okay, here is a rat that is weaned, or just about to be weaned. I'm going to wean it this week. It is weaning size. This is a rat. It's fine to pick them up at this age, even if they've never been held before in their life. They're nice and calm. They're not going to bite you. They're definitely not going to bite you. They don't even have that in mind yet. They're pretty cute. You know, yeah, that's a rat. It's about a month old. Okay, here's a mouse, about a month old. I'm not even going to try to pick this thing up because at about 2 weeks old, they start biting. Like, stupid little things. Yeah. So, you see him there. I can pick him up by his tail. You see he's much more spastic. See, he's just crazy. I'm not going to pick him up because he would just bite me and bite me and bite me. And I don't want to get bit by a mouse. So, and then just to compare size-wise, you know, it's a pretty huge difference. You can see that. But, yeah, rats are just fine to pick up. Most of their life, too, until, like, some female moms will have babies, and then they'll get a little aggressive towards you, but that's understandable, right? But, yeah, the rats are just, they're so much calmer. I like them a lot more, obviously. They're bigger, so, you know, they're easier to work with than quick little mice. They are, honestly, I think they're a lot cleaner, because rats, you're never going to find their bodies dirty. Of course, everyone's going to say, they're pooping everywhere, and yes, it is dirty. They are, everything has to poop, though, you know? And they have just this tub to poop a whole weekend. Obviously, it's going to be dirty. If we pooped in a tub for a whole week, it's going to be even dirtier. I can tell you that. But you're never going to find any poop or pee on their bodies. They keep themselves clean. They really do. Mice, they keep themselves clean too, but not as much. I really just think they're a lot dirtier animals. Rats don't poop on anything but their bedding. They're not going to poop on their little feeders. They're not going to pee on everything. Mice, on the other hand, will. If you put a little feeder in there, they pee on it, like, specifically. They're doing it to mark their territory, and it's just really annoying because it makes cleaning things just disgusting because you're touching all this dried pee, and of course, it smells. So that's why another reason I don't really like mice. Another difference between rats and mice is the smell, and the smell of mice pee is much stronger than that of rat. It's got a lot more of an ammonia smell, so it's a lot stronger. It kind of burns your nostrils. I can smell mouse like a mile away. It's just it's a whole different smell. So, yeah, it does smell a lot worse in my opinion, but I guess that is just an opinion. I think it's a worse smell. Rat pee and poop, it doesn't really smell that bad to me. I guess, well, it does. It's not a smell I enjoy smelling, but it smells a lot better than mice. You know, it doesn't burn your nose when you breathe it in. But no, that's just that. There's just a lot of reasons why I think rats are better. Okay, another reason why I think if you have snakes, and I think a lot of people who are watching this probably do, so rats are a lot healthier to feed than mice. So mice are pretty much just like skin and bones and hair. They're so skinny, there's not much to them. Rats, you can see this guy, he's fat. Look at that belly. They're fat little things. They're full of milk, and they're just, no joke, they're fat. And that is what growing snakes need. That is exactly what they need. They need all that fat because they translate that right into their fat that they translate into energy to grow off of. So these things are just full of milk, especially when they're this young, and it's super rich, fat milk, and so these things are just like a little ball of energy, you know? Mice, they're not. They're just so skinny, there's just not much to them. So rats are so much more healthier to feed to snakes than mice, so switch them over if you can, because it's just going to help you out a lot. You will notice, believe me, you will notice if you switch them over, they will start growing faster. and they will start growing thicker and probably be more active if you feed them rats instead of mice if you can. Some things just don't get big enough, like corn snakes. They have to eat mice their whole life. But if a ball python or something bigger, ball python up can eat rats. So feed rats because they're so much more better. Believe me. Okay, now to give you the real size difference. These are two full-grown males. Obviously you can tell this one is the rat. He's a big male. And the one back there is a full-grown mouse male. Alright, you can see that size comparison. It doesn't even really come close. He is just a mammoth, and that's just a little guy. So, yeah, there's really no mistaking that. Another thing, mice, much more territorial. They fight and they kill, and they're just so much more aggressive than rats. Rats are a lot more laid back than mice, you know, they really are. See, he's full grown and I can pick him up. I'm not even gonna try it with him because I will start bleeding. Believe me, I know from experience. So, yeah, just a really big difference, you know? Okay, one more thing I need to show you is the birth size. You see the one on the left here is a one-day-old rat. And the one on the right here is a one-day-old mouse. You can see there is a pretty big size difference, but it's not as drastic as when they grow up because mice stop growing at about 5 weeks old, and rats don't stop growing until they're a few months old, especially males. So, that is just what pinky comparison looks like. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, some of the differences between rats and mice, and I definitely have so much to talk about. So, subscribe and check back in the later videos. So, tell me what you guys think about this channel, and thank you. See you next time.